Hello, folks. Welcome back to my fourth part. I can't speak. Scuffed already. My fourth stream of Buried Stars. Sorry for being quite inactive over the past couple of days. I've been quite unwell myself, so I've taken a bit of time to recover. Thank you for your patience with that one. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Sorry, 2 seconds. There we are. Right. Communication start. It's actually been it's been a fair few number of days now. I can't exactly remember what happened. Oh, right, that's right. Yes, some person started announcing that they were going to follow us and stuff. That's correct. Okay. We just handed a list of the audience members to the rescue team. We are sorry to have caused you so much anxiety. The rescue team got the list of the stage audience and is now counting the number of survivors. B-Stars didn't provide a staff list to the rescue team, so they can't possibly know who's missing and who's been rescued. The list of staff members who was working at the time of the accident wasn't finalised yet. It'll take some time to identify who's still missing. We've been receiving tons of messages about the show. We are not sure about the future of the show, but since there are so many of you expressing your support, surely we can't end it like this, right? Thank you for your continued interest in our show. The company seems to be more concerned with the timing of when to resume the show, when they didn't even take control of the situation. Some criticise them for that, while some seem to understand them. What's his face? No! This kid, no. I don't know how he was in high school, but he was a good student in middle school. I'm not trying to blindly defend Hae-sung. I don't have all the details. His middle school friend stood up for Hae-sung. He was not that close to Hae-sung, but he was sure that he didn't use violence or extort money out of classmates. Oh, he beat up classmates and extorted money, so all students avoided him. One of Hae-sung's high school friends said that he was violent and extorted money out of his classmates, so everyone avoided him. This guy! Hello, I'm Sang-yeon Shin, the chief producer of B-Stars, rest assured. Ah yes, the Faker! I found you, Faker! An anonymous account using the name of Sang-yeon has appeared on Fata. It's attracted attention by spreading salacious rumours. Is that fun? All of my Fata friends do not share such troll-baiting comments. I'm sorry, social adaptation. I did everything I could to push Hae-sung up in the ranking. I got involved in the editing process and pressured the judges. S. Sang-yeon claimed that Sang-yeon had favoured Hae-sung in every way. Terrible. Oh. Well, I don't want more pictures of this guy. I don't like him. Ah! Where was I? There we are. All the audience saw him so spaced out and lazy after that accident occurred during the finals. I find it so funny for him to act like he's mourning Sang-yeon so seriously now. Hae-sung looked lost on TV. Some claimed he looked shocked after news of his prior school violence broke. Is that about you and Woo-suk, or are they just saying it after watching B-Stars episodes? Ah, 2 seconds. Oops. I made a mistake. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Yes, right. I completely forgot where we were. Shit! I forgot what we were talking about. Okay, I can go back now. Yes. We're on B-Star. Is that about you and Woosuck? Or are they just saying it after watching B-Star's episodes? I've been checking a Fata and a rumour is spreading. The Masquerade have been in serious inner conflict even before you left. Is that about you and Woosuck, or are they just saying it after watching B-Star's episodes? I'm gonna go for that one. Then he might have feared something. It was true that there had been lots of conflicts. Maybe they knew about the incident where we spoiled a record deal. 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm still a little bit unwell at the moment, so just muting my mic for when I sneeze. Not many people know about that. You don't think Woosuck has been telling people, right? He's still arguing with your fans on Fata. What's he trying to pull? If there's some truth to S. Sang-yeon's story, things could get worse. He decided to check out for new mentions later. Naruhodo. She hasn't talked about her past on TV yet, but many people think that's a part of her mysterious concept. Do you think she didn't want to, or that she couldn't talk about it? What's she really like when not on stage? S. Sang-yeon raised a question of why the staff were not revealing In-ha's past. They assumed there must have been something fishy in her past. He has talent and works really hard. He received a scholarship from his university. How likely is that for a rich student to get a scholarship intended for low-income students? S. Sang-yeon claimed that Yu here had unfairly taken away the scholarship opportunity from a needy student. Wow. Whoever this S. Sang-yeon is, I don't like it. After she left the group, Yu-young spent her free time working in a cafe as a barista. But just in case you didn't know, coffee is well known to aggravate panic attacks and depression. S. Sang-yeon pointed out that Yu-young enjoyed coffee as a barista after leaving her group. They didn't forget to point out that coffee and panic attacks didn't mix well. I mean, you had... just because you suffer from panic attacks and depression doesn't mean you can't work as a barista in a coffee shop. I hate people. Was it all a show, making a fuss on the stage? I knew it. She was doing all those things to get more votes. Pathetic. Oh god, that's a sad face. No, don't cry. I'm actually just going to do something very quickly there for a second. Please bear with. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Fuck. Why is it not working? I hate this game. Oh well, it's not gonna work. Okay, fine, whatever. When Yu-young showed symptoms of panic attacks during the show, many people suspected her of faking it to win sympathy votes. Is that it? I'll go one more. Don't fall for internet trolls. S. Sang-yeon is spreading false rumours. I'm tired of hearing the same criticism. He gained attention through great talent. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. This happens all the time. Don't worry about me. So sad to hear that it happens all the time. You got more screen time because you got good reviews and didn't cause any controversies. I didn't expect to get attention like this. So I guess some people still believe me. Ah, my sanity! Finally! I think that's everything. Okay. Right, let's start talking to you first. It's got nothing to do with the situation we're in right now. Yeah, but it also means that Sang-yeon was directly involved in the beef in the beef too, right? Okay. Gyu-hyu slowly nodded. Anyone can post comments, but to send a threatening note like that is no easy task. Inha received a letter, and if they sent it to Sang-yeon directly, I don't think any mail is screened. They would have screened them out if there was any. That's strange, considering how nosy they can be on other matters. From another perspective, it could be typical of B-stars. Neglecting an issue that requires attention and intervening in a matter that needs to be left alone. You have a point. Sang-yeon was both popular and notorious even before she took charge of B-stars. Maybe we were just ignorant. Blackmail could have been a common thing for her. I don't think it's a groundless rumour. They knew more than what was revealed through interviews. And I don't think they're a psychic. I guess the others were surprised too. I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. I can't speak today, my god. I can't remember if I mentioned it or if maybe they heard it from somewhere else. It made me reflect on what I've said in the past. I had a feeling there was some kind of... I can't pronounce that word. I had a feeling there was some kind of Maginot line. I felt drained when they showed the interview with our friends and families. Gyu-hyu gently stroked his tie knot. I didn't know I had so many friends. I had been a homeboy for quite a while. They even dug into the subtle nuance of every detail. Do you remember that vague clause in the contract? I'm pretty sure it's all related to that. They tried to dig it as deep as they could to make us as popular as possible, on the condition that we kept quiet about it. I think they're almost done checking the audience. I know, it could have been a disaster, but they are still checking the staff. I think it's more complicated. It doesn't seem logical though. As for the show, the staff is supposed to be the family, right? Are you saying they should take care of the family first? Should families take care of their own first? I think in an instant like this, it's all equal priority, surely. I know, like, in a workforce, like health and safety, the absolute priority would be your own members of staff, but I'm sure if something like this happened, that wouldn't be the case. You have to look after everyone equally. Not always. There are families worse than strangers. Oh, that's true. It's probably a good thing now, but nobody came here. I'm no different, but you're in a different situation. Because I was a disgrace to my father's family. Gyu-hyu shook his head weakly. You heard the interview, right? He said he was ashamed to have two jokers in the family and just hung up. It was too much. Was that really necessary? He wasn't pretending to be mean. That's just how he thought. No one from his family came to the venue to see his performance. When the staff visited his uncle, he complained that his family had produced two jokers. I didn't mean to talk about family. Do-Yoon felt awkward after hearing Gyu-hyu's downcast voice. Eating together makes you family, I guess. All Masquerade members thought we were family. I know one thing, that they were inattentive towards people they worked with. The number of audience gets checked accurately as they enter the building. But the staff includes part-timers and contract workers. Treated them like disposable tools. Now that I'm in this mess, I can see it more clearly. I wish they would hurry up and confirm the staff list too. It's easy to check the number of survivors from the audience, but more difficult for the staff because the exact numbers of temps and subcontractors isn't clearly known. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, I got a lot of rapport with this guy. They are still checking the staff list. We're here for sure, and do you think there are other people? I haven't seen any. I hope everybody else got out. Me too, nothing good will come out from staying here together. I'm sure the rescue team and police are trying their best to check the list. Is that why it's so hard to contact them? Hugh stared at Do-Yoon for a second and nodded. It's also important that other people evacuated safely. It's as important as us getting out of here in one piece. I just want to know if other staff members are safe too. I guess. Although it's too late for Seng-yeon. I guess people out there might be curious, but I don't think it's the right time to make a public announcement. We're still stuck in here. It's pandemonium. I can see that the production crew is snoozing and bumbling. It's because there's no control tower now. Seng-yeon always knew what to tell the media, but it's impossible now, and forever. The two quietly looked down at the watch. What do you think will happen when people find out about Seng-yeon? Maybe they should stop responding until things get sorted out. The way things are going, the show will probably continue. Probably. We'll have to wait and see. Do you remember when it first broke out? Disclosed by Hae-sung. Besides the fans, some other people sided with Hae-sung. Even then, a school friend posted a comment. Everyone disappeared after the evidence came out. Hugh gently rubbed his chin. It was pretty tense until they reached the conclusion that was favourable for one side. This post was also validated by the author, his high school friend. I know what happened during his middle school years, but... Well, okay, it was a long time ago. I don't think he's that kind of person, but you can't tell a person by their looks, though. No, that's definitely true. What do you think? Oh, on fatter. He just recorded what had been controversial. Yes, regardless of the truth surrounding Hae-sung's incident. Right now, even a tiny bit of blame would hurt him deep. There were all kinds of issues, and it was inevitable. Hugh nodded after giving a sigh. And Air Seng-yeon appeared. It's gaining more attention because of our current situation. While in here, we are all helpless. They appeared out of nowhere and started stirring things up. You can tell they're trying to create commotion just by looking at the username. Well, yeah. Why did they have to come out at a time like this? That's the wrong question. They came out now precisely because it's a time like this. Damn! Doing some, Mia Fey Ace Attorney logic in here. Don't prove... Oh, what was it? Don't prove how there was a link. Prove how they had to get it out of there. Or prove why they had to get it out of there. If they're not worried about getting embarrassed or criticised, this is like the best timing. Why would they get embarrassed? Nobody can figure out who they are in the first place. Right, they have nothing to lose. The clamour triggered by the anonymous account. Yeah. What? Well, yeah, let's just be proactive and see what happens. We can't just sit around and watch while they are blabbering nonsense. I'm angry too, but I can't agree with that. If we take action, we're falling for their trick. People will think we're pathetic for arguing on Fata while being stuck down here. Do-Yoon weakly dropped his arm. Unfortunately, he is making some sense. I wasn't thinking that far. If the show is in such chaos, then Fata itself should be doing something. Maybe it's inevitable that people like Sang-yeon are acting up in chaos like this. Since the response from the show is naive and hesitant, the mass media gets overheated, and people get excited. We get contestants like Hae-sung aiming to rebound, and we also get anonymous accounts seeking attention. Are you saying we're in a situation where troublemakers can't be avoided? We'll just have to wait for the situation to sort itself out so that troublemakers will disappear. The inappropriate and vague responses to the accident by the company resulted in more confusion to the media, viewers and contestants watching for a chance, and a malicious anonymous user. Contestants getting favoured or neglected, we hear it all the time. Weren't you one of those being neglected by the show? I was, but I don't know much about that. To be honest, I didn't get to watch the show on TV. Same here, but it's embarrassing. Yeah, for me too. Even if I say something stupid or make mistakes, the editing team takes care of that. Yeah, they have a way of making something out of nothing. For me, it was magic. They can make you look bad though. Like you. But I can't be that bad, right? You've made it this far after all. I don't know since I haven't watched the footage, but I haven't watched it either. We're so lazy about monitoring. I guess we are now that I think about it. I was a bit surprised because he looked so defeated. Not just the practice, but also the way he talked. He looked frail. As if he were possessed by something. It was right after the violence incident, so maybe that was the reason. The staff also summoned him several times, right? Some people speculated that he might have been kicked out, and came back to the practice without further comments. I thought it was just a rumour. That was before additional evidence came out. Hughes fell silent, as if recalling the incident. How would I describe it? Hae-sung was like... I thought he was going to give up and get eliminated. Clearly, some were treated differently. Other people had their own narratives based on what happened in the past. But for Inha, it was only the present. I don't think she lived a normal life though. She's more sensitive than she looks. It's like a plot twist. Maybe that's the reason. That's the reason she's having her narrative based on her present. That makes sense. I hope everyone looks at it that way. It seems there are various opinions on Fata though. At a time like this, she could be shaken by any comments. I just hope Inha's feelings... I just hope Inha's okay regardless of what other people say. The two of them looked at Inha. The problem is that she doesn't look fine to me. I just want her to think that this too shall pass. How did they know about... Sang-yeon doesn't even know what they're talking about. The scholarship is for the students without any financial means. Why would you... Do-Yoon, it's true. Do-Yoon raised his head and stared at Gyu-hee. Gyu-hee nodded weakly. I received a scholarship when I was in school. I'm sure another student had to suffer because of me. That's not your fault though, mate. But why? It wasn't about the financial issue that, as they say on Fata. Did you get good grades? Then it's not unfair, right? It was the referral system. I think there were other students that were more talented and desperate. No, I know so. I deserve to be criticised for accepting the unfair advantage. Do-Yoon didn't know what to say. Gyu-hee lowered his head and smiled awkwardly. I wonder if I'm putting the benefactor on the spot. I wonder how they knew about this. Just how much do they know? Who do you think Sang-yeon is? They've thrown the bait everywhere. Regardless if it's true or not, all of their comments affect us since we're in this situation. Do you think Do-Yoon will be alright? She's doing better than I thought. No one can remain aloof for a time like this. She had left the group, so there's nothing strange about her working part-time. But why are they talking about coffee and panic attacks at this point? It was quiet during the preliminaries. Yeah, I know. Is it because people didn't recognise her when she worked at the cafe? I'm sure somebody would have recognised her if that was right after Beloved got disbanded. Maybe they were waiting for the right timing. They're acting like they know about us. I can't tell if they're telling the truth or bluffing. Bluffing? Yeah, to show off their knowledge, when in fact they just guessed or heard it from someone else. That might be true. Do-Yoon, have you seen Do-Yoon drink coffee since she joined the show? Not really. Nor did I. They can say whatever they want, but that was too harsh. I know every single vote counts, but that's just the imagination running wild. Do-Yoon's symptoms never seemed timed or faked. It wasn't like that. We were all there when she suffered it for the first time. B-Stars basically forced it to happen. They pushed her right to the edge. People just watching the show probably thought the timing was too convenient. The timing was great though. It was added by editing. That's how they created the narrative. They switched the timing and it made her look like she was pretending. That's when people started to call her a liar. I heard she complained. She talked to Sang-yeon directly, and I'm sure Sang-yeon didn't respond. Do-Yoon gulped. His quivering eyes dropped. Do-Yoon must have felt insulted. Have I done my auto-write thing? No, I haven't yet, okay. A style that calms people down. To a soothing style. I'm Do-Yoon. I'm doing well thanks to all of you. I hope to see you soon. Soon and in good shape. I've rung someone already, haven't I? No, I haven't yet, okay. I thought I had. Do-Yoon, are you okay? Am I okay? Worried about me so much? I thought you should be upset with all that's happening, including Fata. You should be. Man, I'll say this, I don't think... I'm not sure what studio did the localization for this game, but it's not the greatest, is it? You know, it's serviceable, don't get me wrong, but maybe a second phase of editing could have worked? I wasn't the only target. They seem hell-bent on provoking us. But we're not in a situation to waste time on them. Whoever leaves the latest comment wins this game. We need to get out of here first. We've searched around and found some good spots to stay. Although we came to the conclusion that the stage is the safest place of all. Not happy with that, but it's better to know them for sure. I guess it's our best bet to wait until the rescue team arrives. I guess only time will save us. I'm okay with that since time never takes a break. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a saying that I might steal for myself. I like that one. I can't ring anyone else, no point. No. Right, let's speak to this annoying guy then. Yare yare. They don't even know what they're dealing with. If the accident hadn't happened, she would have sued them right after the finals ended. Did you see what it was about? No, I just know she received something. How did you know it was blackmail? You know it when you see it. It certainly wasn't a love letter, right? Sale definitely knows better. Hae-sung blew his bangs away from his forehead. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I knew many people were unhappy with how she was running the show, but blackmail? Wow. It goes to show that Sang-yeon had her own problems. Do you think Sang-yeon sent the letter? There's no connection. It's just a hunch. You know they're a jerk. I know they're a jerk, but I don't see the connection. Of course you don't. I was just saying because they piss me off. There's nothing to it. Were you okay with it? Then what? Show ourselves as is? This is how we look. Please like us. Is that what you want to tell them? Hae-sung clicked his tongue. What you need is good storytelling. You need to highlight various aspects of your life, okay? I gave them my consent, although they squeezed too much out of my past. You can't believe everything they say. No one does that. Some things need to be exaggerated a little. They can't just put everything out there, you know? If that's the case, why did you... What about me? Are you trying to rub salt in my wound? Why would you call it a wound? You don't even know. And me being exposed like that had nothing to do with B-stars. That's why I've been keeping my mouth shut. To be honest, I don't understand why you guys are acting all sensitive about it. Well, fuck you. They have the list, so the countdown should be finished soon. But what? We're stuck in here. Isn't it so absurd that everyone but the contestants got out? Did you invite anyone to the show? No, it's every man for himself. What? What does every man for himself got to do with you bringing in, with you inviting and bringing in people to support you? I hate this guy so much. I hate him. He makes no sense. I hear the top 5 in a season are all loners. I think I heard it too. Hae-sung stared at the room. Oh, bless me. Bless me? I yawned. Hae-sung stared at the ruined audience area. It's not like we had managers or bodyguards. We would be out there right now if there had been some kind of instruction for an evacuation. What can we do? It's too late now. Some people think finalists get some proper treatment. I guess they can, because they don't know about the reality of the show. Now that we're in this mess, they might have gotten some idea. We're just sitting around and waiting for the rescue team to arrive. It just doesn't feel right. I don't think they were prepared to do a head count on the staff members. I thought they were already doing that.
Huh?
You didn't know? Many of the staff members came from different agencies.
それは
I thought so. Except for the ones we work with backstage, most of them were new faces.
あ、そうか
Yeah, Sale is about the only staff member that we're familiar with.
そうだったな
Some even disappeared after a day. Because some of the staff members are just paid daily. I thought most of them were full-time employees since they were working for this big broadcasting company.
違うだろう
No, it's not easy to fire full-time workers. Haesung stroked his chin with his index finger.
考えてみろ
Many of the programs get shut down early in their production, so it would be difficult to rotate the employees every time that happens.
そうか
And the program itself often gets outsourced. Do you think that's one of the reasons?
だからな
I guess you could say that. In order to outsource a program, contractors and subcontractors need to be hired. When the show is over, everyone goes back to where they came from.
さ
The overall atmosphere is messed up, so I can't be certain. Still, I don't think they will stop the show.
そうだな
Well, considering what happened to Sengyeon. Suddenly, Haesung's face turned dark. The command center has collapsed. But look at the response on the official account. As to what will happen when we get out, we'll just have to wait and see.
あのさ
I'm not sure if that's the sign of determination. Maybe they are just confused.
まったく
Since when have you turned so pessimistic?
俺は
That's just how I see it.
まだだよ
We came this far. We can't end it like this.
でも
Accident or not, we have a victim at hand. Yes, I'm talking about
違
Sengyeon.
う
That's why the show must go on. We need to keep her legacy alive.
違うんじゃないか
That's not for us to decide.
チェ
I've thought about this a lot, but this is my last chance. I need to somehow make something happen before the season ends. It turns out that Mr. I know, I've never had to pronounce his surname. Oh no. It turns out that Mr. CEO didn't totally waste his life.
そうだった
He even posted a picture of his school yearbook to prove that he went to the same middle school as you.
見てみろよ
You saw the photo, right? Cute, huh? Looking like a chestnut? Haesung glanced at Do-Yoon. Some say I'm a bully or a criminal, and some say I am not that type of person.
チェ
So talkative when I'm locked up in here.
それなら
Which one is the real you?
Huh?
Sounds like a riddle. Are you a philosopher or something? Hello, Richard Forrest. Glad you can make it. Haesung stood up straight after surveying the ruin.
なんで
So, what are you up to? What other people say about you? Is that so important? When asked if other people's opinions are that important. So, typically I would go for this. But I get the impression this guy would rather me say this. I'm doing pretty okay. I've been quite unwell the past couple of days. I wanted to there's been a couple of days I've wanted to stream, but I just haven't felt up to it. So I'm forcing myself to stream today, just to see if I can get back into it. If that's why I sound a bit stuffy, or if you see like random pauses or what have you, that's why. I'm sneezing a lot, I'm coughing a lot. But yeah, thanks for checking in. How are you? What other people say or how they see you is important. That's what makes you.
Huh?
Oh no, I totally meant to say that because I don't want this guy liking me at all. What kind of gibberish is that? Does that make me a hoodlum? Gangster? Haesung frowned and took a step back.
チェ
Well, we could have been thinking differently. I admit it without any objection. Then believe what you read on Fatter as is. That I'm not the type to beat up on somebody to take his money. I'm fine with that. Just That's bullshit, Matt. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, mate. That's bullshit.
それは
He claims to be your high school friend.
それで
Who cares? Now that you're done with framing me, you are beginning to beat up on me. Hae-sung quietly swore with his teeth clenched. His jaw began to tremble.
違うか
I guess he wasn't a school friend after all.
チッ
I think he is. Considering the mess he created, I get the feeling. He was infuriated with the Fata post which disclosed his high school life. Still, he admitted that it was actually written by his high school friend. But it contained words like violence or extortion. Hae-sung's glazed turned to Do-Yoon.
わかる
That's what I mean.
そんな
Then are you asking me if I admit it? You were going to do it your way anyway.
わかった
If you respond to anything in any way, then you're involved with them. School friends? What a precious friendship. I get infuriated just by looking at the username. S. Sang-yeon. It's pretty obvious they were thinking about Sang-yeon when they created the account. No shit, Sherlock. What gave you that impression? The way we see it is a violation of the dead.
チッ
I don't think they had that in mind when they created the commotion. Hae-sung shook his shirt sleeve to reveal his watch.
やれやれ
I know everything's a mess right now, but still. Are they out of their mind? What a lunatic.
もしかして
Do you think someone might have reported them to Fata?
わかった
Maybe, but Fata people are slow as hell. They'll probably take action after they're done talking. I wish they would do something about the account, like deleting or terminating it. They sure have good timing. They would have been ignored by everyone if it weren't for the accident. Deleting or suspending their account is too weak. We should take them to court. It was an excellent topic for the gossips. They just couldn't get enough.
でも
The editing team was favourable towards you up until the incident broke out.
わかった
Okay, I admit it. It's because I'm cute. No, that's bullshit. No, you're lying. You're not cute. Hae-sung raised his hands, gesturing, so what? What? I hate this kid. I hate this kid. Can this kid please die?
いいや
That's not what I like mentally mature women, and they like me too. Everyone thinks I'm independent, but I rely quite a lot on my girlfriend.
わかった
It just didn't work out well with younger girls in my case, no matter how hard I tried. Hae-sung suddenly changed the subject and said he prefers older women. He didn't like young girls because they were too clingy.
え
What's with the sudden transition of topic?
何
Hey, what do you want me to talk about? Just stick to the topic of that lunatic and Fata? Hae-sung let out a deep sigh. Do you even know how sad this is? You mean your off-topic story? Don't you know how to I can't speak today, my god. Don't you know how to empathize with others? You went too far with your assumption. It was something that completely overlapped with this topic.
チッ
It's true I spaced out during the training for the finals. But is it actually because of the story about the history of school violence? Although it wasn't the only reason.
もしかして
Was there another reason?
わかった
Of course, I'm such a delicate person. Around that time, I had a serious issue at hand. Hae-sung doesn't remember how he got through the training for the finals. There seems to be something other than the scandal, but he's keeping his mouth shut. Shoot, now I'm not sure if I should tell it or not. Hae-sung carefully chose his words. No! No, I'm not telling. Why waste time if you're not going to do it anyway?
Nani?
It was loading. Any problem with that? How can you ever comprehend my delicate heart?
まだだよ
I still can't get the hang of it. I'll begin to talk when the time comes.
やれやれ
Yare yare. As the saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Inha was the only one who didn't get her past exposed.
それは
Do you... Oh my god. Oh, someone help me. Help me, please. This stream is so scarred. Do you approve of S. Seng-yong's opinion?
違う
You hurt my feelings. But what they said about Inha is true though. To the remark that Inha had received special treatment. That makes sense.
多分
Probably because there was nothing. If something came up, she would have revealed it
違
already.
うだろう
You know only one side of the story. If you take everything out of the gift package, children will lose interest.
分かった
No, you have to take the gifts out one at a time to get the excitement going.
そうってこ
Are you saying that there are still gifts in the package? Hae-sung frantically. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hae-sung frantically scratched his head.
と
I'm just guessing, okay? We only know that she's at least 20 and she did some dancing in the past. Do you really think that's the only thing they found out about her past?
考えてみろ
But what about us? They even aired the mistakes we made when we were in junior high or high school.
違った
That didn't come out in the show.
たく
It's not just me, I'm speaking on behalf of everyone else. You know we all got picked clean by the show. Anyhow, Seng-yeon gave her a pass. That's probably what happened. The show covered Inha's life only up to the point of her crew years. Her life story before that was never mentioned. Other people found it odd. As the saying goes, there's no end to the greed. Someone with $90 would try to rob a person with $10 to make it $100. You're going too far with that.
知らない
Scholarship? National University? I don't know any of that.
分かったか
You know I got kicked out of my high school. Come to think of it, you are in the same league. Aren't you annoyed? You are a rebellious rock star. What's that got to do with me being a rock star? Hae-sung pouted his lips and squinted. Well, I don't care much about your educational background. The point is, a man born with a silver spoon in his mouth received an undue advantage. And in the process, he backstabbed his classmate who was probably as destitute as I am.
一体
What's your point? I guess it would be unlikely since he's currently the top contestant,
だ
but
からな
Gyu stole someone else's scholarship when he had all the money in the world. I don't think that would look good on him. Instead of giving his great family a bad name, he had better just drop out of the audition. A person with panic attacks who enjoys coffee. Isn't that like a vegan that likes beef? I mean, so if my sister's anything to go by, I know before she went vegetarian, she loved beef. But obviously now that she is vegetarian, she doesn't eat meat anymore. But I'm sure she still would like the taste of beef. It's just an allegation without detail.
やれやれ
That's some love right there. The world is unfair. How can anyone call this guy a betrayer? He's like the softest guy I've ever seen. Why are you changing the subject? Hae-sung crossed his arms and straightened himself up.
考えてみろ
Can't you look at it this way? She could pretend to be having a panic attack when the chips are down. Are you saying she's lying? It's just an assumption. I never said she was lying.
でしょ
It's a reasonable doubt. Do-Yoon worked as a barista and enjoys coffee, but she also suffers from panic attacks.
考えてみろ
Things don't add up, do they? But B-Star somehow failed to capture this inconsistency. Or maybe they ignored it because it didn't go well with their character. Some people like her character, and some don't.
俺は
Who would want to have panic attacks as one of their defining traits? When she first showed symptoms, the production crew were lashing out at her.
考えてみろ
But think about it. Ever since, her past became the present. All the viewers were sympathising with her. All of a sudden. Everyone applauds her now. You might think I'm mean for saying this, but what she did there was to beg for sympathy votes. No. Fuck this dude! Oh my god! I hate him. I know I've said it about 7 times already, but I hate him. I hate him.
でしょ
Did she receive sympathy votes? Yes, she did.
曖昧だな
Viewers who supported her. Can you consider their vote a sympathy vote?
やれやれ
Sympathy or not, they did vote. Bro, that makes no sense. Oh. I don't care what they felt when they threw the vote. In the end, she got the points. She picked the right item.
違うんじゃないか
I don't care what you think, but don't ever mention that in front of Do-Yoon.
チェ
Hey, I'm not soft like you. Hae-sung was smiling wickedly, but his lips were trembling. I'll do it if that's what it takes to put me up there. I hate this guy. I want to give her a hug. I'm so sad for her. I feel so bad.
もしも
If there really was blackmail, I think it means there was a deep-seated grudge.
まさか
Even when I was in Masquerade, I never received a threatening note like that. You didn't have any fans who were maybe a little too fanatic?
やっぱり
I don't think I'm that attractive.
それはそう
Good, but ouch! Ouch! I don't think I'm that attractive. Yeah, I think you're right there. Do-Yoon's gaze turned to where Do-Yoon was standing.
そうだけど
But the blackmail is not an important issue right now. It's not like the stage was destroyed by the blackmailer. Plus, it's got nothing to do with what happened to Sang-yeon.
合ってます
Trying to find the connection between them seems far-fetched at the moment.
そう
Yeah, we can barely manage the current situation. We need to focus on riding out the crisis at hand. I knew they were going to do it. But I didn't know they would go this far.
違うわ
It doesn't mean I was okay with it.
私の考えは
They should at least tell us what they were going to talk about. It's frustrating to find out about it later after being left out of the loop.
そうだったけど
I prepared myself for it when I signed the contract, but
いずれにしても
you didn't know they would go this far, right? Do-Yoon couldn't help but to nod his head.
私もよ
In that aspect, things aren't different for us. Whether we knew about it or not, we were both caught off guard.
そうなんですか
Do you think they didn't inform us properly because they thought we wouldn't agree to it?
さあ
Well, that could be the case.
やっぱり
Or maybe they wanted to avoid losing any time. Losing time? To think that it's a waste to give them an explanation about it. This kind of thing happens all the time when they are in a hurry.
多分
Do you think they handed over the entire list? I hope no one's been seriously injured.
多分
Looks like most of them evacuated safely.
私は
I was going to invite beloved members at a certain point of the finals,
そうなんですか。
but not this time.
いずれにしても
Nobody talked about it, so I've been holding it off. But this time, I've thought about it for a long time.
そうです。
It's good you didn't invite them, considering what just happened. Do-Yoon quietly nodded.
もしも
If I had invited them and put them in danger, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. It would have been like putting them in a difficult position once again. It was a nightmare for us, and once is enough.
大丈夫ですか。
You okay, Do-Yoon? Yeah, I'm fine. It didn't happen, so I don't need to think about it too deeply.
まだよ
Oh. They're still checking the staff list, right?
やっぱり。
I don't think they know who all was here. Even for us, we always had to meet different faces.
そうよね
People were coming and going all the time.
それが
There was an incident where one of the audience entered the backstage by pretending to be one of the staff members. It's my first bot of the day, I'm so happy. This means I'm becoming popular, right? That's what it means, right? That's what it means, right? It means I'm becoming popular, right? I'm sure there was a similar incident while shooting this episode, although they didn't make an issue out of it. Do-Yoon shook her head, and her long hair ruffled.
いずれにしても
Some things just don't change.
合ってます。
Similar things happened even when I performed in a smaller theatre. The owner was the same, but they always had new workers.
やっぱり。
If someone said hi, I just assumed they were one of the staff members and went up on the stage.
そう
It's convenient for management to disperse the staff, the way they can cut down on fixed expenses. Although now that the incident has happened, it's become an issue. I'm sure when it was first created, they didn't think about any accidents happening.
問題はそれよ
I'm sure people out there are as flustered as we are. They're confused about they're confused with what to do first and what to address later.
そうね
I know. Why even talk about continuing the show when we are buried down here?
一体。
The official response should get the priorities straight. The two sighed while staring at each other.
多分。
I don't think the account manager is aware of the situation right now.
それなら
Then he could have waited.
結局。
The post is already up there and there's a subtle atmosphere.
そうよ
Plus a weird account popped up out of nowhere, added fuel to the fire. I hope the management sort out the situation somehow. At this point, people have no choice but to rely on the official account for new info.
だけど
It was testified by a school friend, but the incident didn't take place during high school.
合ってます。
The guy is basically saying he's not that type of person.
そうよね
It was always controversial. Things have gotten quite quiet now that people have found out he really got expelled from school and had a criminal record.
それは。
They had clear evidence. The documents. Do-Yoon nodded with a grim expression on her face. Yeah, it's very hard to refute document evidence.
それは
Let bygones be bygones. Even if I tried again.
そうってことは。
Do you think he's trying to take advantage of the atmosphere created by Sengyeon?
そういえば
Maybe. Looks like they would have believed just about anything. Yu Yong ran her hand through her long hair. Violence, extortion.
いいえ
It's different from the Hae-sung that I know.
さあ
There's a victim in this instant. It's too early to suspect anyone. We only get to see a part of it. I'm not sure if I have the right to say this, but
明らかに
they're openly provoking us. They want us to read their posts. By now, everyone knows we can use faster in here. It's like we're being swayed by outside public opinion. Yu Young put a hand on her forehead and frowned.
ダメよ
Forget what they say out there, especially the comments posted by Sengyeon. Everyone knows that. Everyone, huh?
私は
To be honest, it's been bugging me a lot. They've been attacking us with their stories and the confusion of the accident.
だから
That's why they are so controversial and disadvantageous for us.
結局
You can tell someone not to falter only when that someone is on the verge of collapsing, right?
でも
I think we'll be okay as long as we're aware of it.
そうよね
Of course we have to be okay. Let them play their game before... I can't speak. Let them play their game because we won't fall for it.
そうよね
It's true the show covered for him in the beginning. But things were clearly different after the finals began.
まさか
I don't think it shifted the position just because he was the subject of controversy.
あの時
There was the assault scandal. My tone was off. There was the assault scandal. It was too serious for the show to cover up. It had been a free pass for him up until that moment. Free pass?
りょうくん
Do-Yoon, you said you didn't monitor the show.
はい
Right, I seldom do.
確かに
If you watch it, you'll know it's pretty obvious. They shot footage of Hae-sung, but much of it was not even aired. Yu Young ran her hand through her long hair. She likes doing this. Not everyone can get satisfied with the amount of their screen time in the I can't speak. Not everyone can get satisfied with the amount of their screen time and the edits. But
違うわ
the point is that even viewers felt Hae-sung was favoured for the show.
合ってます
He lost many votes after the exposure of his past. Who would have imagined Hae-sung would end up in last place like this?
あの時
Hae-sung was so reckless back then. He often forgot his turn and made provocative remarks. And he was often more out of control than a panic attack patient like me.
それは
Was that a joke?
違うわ
No, it wasn't. Sorry, I thought you were making a sarcastic joke. It works either way. Yu Young looked at Hae-sung from a distance.
そうだけど
But he came back with renewed passion. The problem is that his recklessness is also coming back.
やっぱり
There are always two sides to a coin, you know. People don't really change much.
一体
I can't believe they are attacking her with that.
そうです
It's true they didn't mess with it in Ha's past, but
だけど
it was different from getting favoured or covered by the show.
でも
They didn't hesitate to exaggerate things or criticise her.
うん
But it must have been a different issue though. In-Ha was standing on the other side. Yoo-young turned back after staring at her for a while. Excuse me for a second. As for the rest, there's something that catches your attention. Your masquerade.
私は
I'm beloved. The group got disbanded and the company went bankrupt. I know it must have been hard for you, but what? The group got disbanded and the company went bankrupt. I know it must have been hard for you, but it's your fault. Isn't that a cliche? Beloved disbanded after she left the group. The agency, which had been in financial trouble, was also forced to close. Many people acknowledged that she had suffered, but still felt her actions unwarranted. Gyu-hyu has Byung-hee Lee's fame behind him. Hae-sung has an issue concerning his school days, which is a minus for him.
多分
But as for In-ha, they had nothing to talk about.
合ってます
She never told me about her past. It's ridiculous to doubt her for showing... It's ridiculous to doubt her for something that wasn't mentioned in the show.
間違いないわ
Maybe that was the intention, to make people believe that there's something. That's S. Seong-yeon's intention.
やっぱり
You saw how other guys got attacked. There's a similar logic. Planting a seed of suspicion in the ground of truth that's either been revealed or speculated on. Truth and suspicion.
そうなんですか
The National University Gyu-hyu graduated from, doesn't it offer all kinds of scholarships? Maybe they just wrote whatever they could think of.
私の考えは
This is pretty clear compared to the other rumours. Or he could just deny. To the remark that denying things will clear suspicion. It's up to Gyu-hyu to decide whether to give an answer. You wouldn't even feel the need to explain yourself if you're so innocent. Thank you.
そう
Right. He should do that when he feels like it.
私は
Without even knowing it, I spoke like a B-star staffer. You can just say no, whether it's true or not. To speak about myself, my own will must... Yoo-young mumbled to herself while staring in one direction.
なぜかしら
What do you think Yoo-hyu was thinking now? If people start to believe it, it will be accepted as corruption or... If people start to believe it, it'll be accepted as corruption or dirty play. Considering his personality, he'd probably let them blabber on.
間違いないわ
S. Seong-yeon is obviously waiting for a very specific response. They were hostile to Gyu-hyu for depriving someone else of a scholarship when he himself wasn't experiencing financial hardship. Someone disclosed Gyu-hyu's unfair receipt of a scholarship. He faced severe criticism that he stole the scholarship from a poor student when he's already rich.
はい
The intended response can already be felt,
そうだけど
but there must be a strict policy concerning the college affairs. I don't believe it.
合ってます
Gyu-hyu is not that kind of character.
りょうくん
I'm surprised you used the word character. I guess the show got to me. Right, we've agreed on the rules of the show after all. It is absolutely foul play if Gyu-hyu received a scholarship on the excuse of financial hardship. They found the right time to post a groundless rumour.
結局
I think they're trying to talk about
分
your...
かってる
I know. Yoo-young dropped her head and paused for a moment. I did work as a barrister. I didn't think it was necessary to mention it during the interview, and I just let it slide because the show didn't talk about it either. Coffee? Yeah, I like drinking coffee. I reckon that one.
あの
I didn't think coffee and panic attacks could go together. I knew you would say that. It's true, that's what my doctors told me
そ
too.
れなら
So why did you work
私
as?
は
I've been enjoying coffee since before I started having panic attacks. I hadn't worked for a long time after leaving Beloved, so I decided to work at a cafe where the job was offered to me. Do-Yoon wanted to point out that it was different from the relationship between coffee and panic attacks, but he decided to change the subject. Young worked as a barista while taking time off, and revealed that she is a coffee lover. Her haters claimed that she was a phony trying to get more votes because coffee aggravates panic attacks.
もしかして
You said it had been a long time, but still, no one recognized you? Sometimes people ask me if I was Young from Beloved, and I said no. I told them that they were mistaken. Are you saying you pretended to be someone else?
そう
I even asked the manager to give me a different name tag. No matter how much time went by, people could continue to criticize me, so I wanted to deny myself. But I guess I couldn't fool everyone. Since it's resurfacing like this. It's true that Young worked as a barista a long time after she had left Beloved. She even wore a name card with a pseudonym to hide her identity.
そうよ
I've been hearing it all the time ever since that day.
そうなんですか
You mean the day he was there on B-Stars?
それが
Even before that. I sent my medical records to the agency after leaving Beloved.
結局
I got a similar response. Don't lie. Young quietly shook her head.
そうだけど
But my body can't lie. And it was officially confirmed by the doctor. It's not like I'm having panic attacks 24/7. Do-Yoon nodded. The occasional compulsive disorder and hyperventilation. The anticipatory anxiety caused by the anxiety disorder. Other than that, Young was pretty stable. Young is usually calm, but sometimes becomes compulsive and hyperventilates. These can be symptoms of anxiety, including panic attacks. Sometimes I had to wonder if I was telling a lie, because everyone else said I was lying.
あの時
It was difficult in the beginning. I hid myself because I was having a difficult time. Then people said I ran away because I got caught
それ
lying.
なら
What about after joining the show? It wasn't much different, right?
それは
People can believe what they want, because they are not me. I can't blame them for not understanding me or not being able to read my mind.
間違いないわ
Nothing would have changed even if I openly argued my innocence back then, or even now.
そうってこと
Do you think you grew up, or did you just give in?
さあ
I think I gave up while growing up. Evaluating my own decision is still hard. Right, I know this is gonna sound bad, but I don't think I'm giving a very good stream at the moment. I'm yawning a lot, and I'm also feeling really tired and hot myself, so I know it's a short one, but I'm gonna leave it for today. Thank you for joining, or watching the VOD. I think I need to give myself a couple more days to rest up and what have you, and then hopefully later on in the week I'm feeling a bit better enough to stream again. Thank you for watching and joining, and I'll see you next time.